then they don't know that. They don't know I talk about this stuff. Welcome to Bryer's Music Showcase. I'm Bryer and welcome to another video. And tonight I'm doing something a little different because I have a special guest with me. I have my older brother. Of course, he's not going to be on camera because he's a little camera shy, but he's in the corner right there and he's hiding stuff from me. And the reason why he's hiding stuff from me because in this video, what he's going to be doing, he's going to I had him pick out 20 CDs in total, and he's going to hand me 2 of them at a time. And my job is to decide which one I prefer better. So again, 20 CDs in total, but he's going to hand me 2, so it's going to be like 10 rounds. So we'll see what he picked out for me. Should be a surprise because again, I have no idea what he picked out. I know he's probably going to do a troll one, so we'll see which one that will be. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Before I begin, make sure to like, subscribe, you know the drill. Okay, I'm going to cover my eyes and he's going to just hand them to me. And I'm going to try and show them to the camera as best I can, but again, I'm not going to see, so I'm going to do the best I can. All right, I'm waiting. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to see if I can try and show them in case it's not right. So hopefully you know. Oh, okay. So first up, we have Heart, Dog, and Butterfly. And we also have Shadows and Lights by Wilson Phillips. So we all know Heart, but for those who don't know about this one, so Wilson Phillips, they're kind of like a super group because you have the 2 daughters of Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, and then you have the daughter of Michelle Phillips from the Mamas and the Papas. So this is their second album, by the way. And this is kind of when they try to go a bit more of a serious one, because the first album they're kind of more your typical like soft, typical like late 80s rock. Here they're trying to be a bit more thoughtful with the lyrics, and the problem with that here is that the music itself, I feel, isn't as strong as the first one, not as many memorable hooks. So with Heart though, this is a great one. Of course, you have the title track, which is just a beautiful one. You have Cook with Fire, High Time, Hijinks, and Straight On, which is a great track. I love that one. So for me, it's going to go with the Heart. But yeah, that's the first 2. So I'm going to cover up again, and he's going to hand me the next 2. Yeah. Okay, again, I'm going to show. Again, just in case I show them backwards. All right. Oh, this is a good one. We have Van Halen with 1984, and then we have Kansas, Song for America. Very different. So we have one that's a hard rock band from the late 70s and 80s, and then we have Kansas, which are an American progressive rock band. So I think a good majority of us know this one very much, but not many people know Kansas. This is their second album. Debut, pretty good, and then you get the second one, which I feel is a good step up from the first one. So this is kind of tough because again, they're very different. I'm going to go with one I've actually listened to more, and while this is a good album, there's some standout songs like Panama, Jump, and Hot for Teacher. Might be surprising, but I'm actually going to go with the Kansas. I might be a controversial pick, but yeah, I think I enjoy the Kansas one more. The vocals are great, and the music is also fantastic, with some terrific musicianship throughout. And of course, Steve Walsh, great vocalist, and you have Robbie Steinhardt, also providing vocals here and violin, which I think is a bit more interesting. But again, this is still a good album. All right, that's round 2. On to round 3. Okay. Here you go. There we go. Ooh, nice. You picked some good ones. All right, so we have David Bowie Low, and then we have Patti Smith Group with Easter. All right, kind of very similar. Released around the same time, I believe. But yeah, David Bowie Low, definitely one of his more experimental ones. This is kind of the first of his, what we call the Berlin trilogy. where he's experimenting a lot more. There's lots of ambient noises on here because he's collaborating with Brian Eno, and very terrific album. Then you have Patti Smith Group. This is my only one I have. But yeah, some good songs here. Till Victory, of course, Because the Night, which is one of my favorite songs ever. It does have that one song, rock and roll. I'm not gonna say it, but it starts with an N. So yeah, but yeah, it has that song on there, which, you know, yeah. So I guess for that reason alone, I'm gonna just go ahead and just say I'm gonna go with low. But some good stuff here. I like Patti Smith, but this is definitely a terrific album, and this is definitely one that if you've not heard, I think it's definitely worth listening to because it just blew my mind when I first heard it. So that's I think that was round 3. So covering up round 4. Okay. Okay. Next, okay. So again, another very different pairing. So we have Marillion with Misplaced Childhood. Then we have Anita Baker with Rapture. I think this might be the hardest one yet so far because I really enjoy both these albums. But again, they're very different. We have Marillion, which is a progressive rock band from the 80s, and then you have Anita Baker, which is an R&B singer. So again, very different. So again, I have to go by which I prefer more. I think by a hair. I'm still going to go with Marillion because again, I like their sound. Again, Fish has a very Peter Gabriel-esque vocals, which I dig a lot. Again, I love this album. I love the Anita Baker one. Some great stuff on here. But if I'm going to choose which album I'm going to listen to, I might go with the Marillion one. But again, that's just me. So there we go. Next. Okay, and then, we have Camel with Mirage. And then after that, we have Stevie Wonder with Song in the Key of Life. Both terrific albums. So Camel, we'll talk about Camel first. Again, another progressive rock band. This is probably their most popular album. Only 5 songs on here, but some great stuff. Funny enough, I watched a video from Sea of Tranquility. They actually did a video just going more in depth on this album. And yeah, I think I need to re-listen to this one though. It's been a bit since I've heard it, but from what I've heard, from what I remember, I really enjoyed it. Starts with Free Fall, which is a great opening track. Super Twister. Then of course Lady Fantasy, which is the epic at the end. Yeah, it's a great album. Again, need to re-listen to it. But Stevie Wonder needs no introduction. Just a very, very. This is one of his best albums ever. So many great songs on here. You have songs like "Love and Love's in Need of Our Love Today." Then you have Sir Duke, "I Wish." Then you have other songs like "Isn't She Lovely," Joy Inside My Tears." As another star, sorry. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Stevie Wonder. But yeah, both are good still. Okay, up next. Okay, I can really feel this is one of my probably a deluxe edition written on this hand. Okay. Yeah, I just feel a sticker on this. Oh, okay. All right, interesting. So you picked the greatest hits. Don't look at me like that. Anyhow, so we have Ray Charles with "Genius Loves Company," and we have Elton John greatest hits 1970-2002. Yeah. Again, what's kind of funny is that Elton John actually appears on the Ray Charles one. He actually does a duet with him on the song, which one was it? Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word. So at least you have a little connection going on here. I don't know if you were aware of that or not. I don't think he was. But anyhow, I mean, the thing is, even though I really dig Ray Charles, I mean, I've always been an Elton John guy. And plus, it's the greatest hits. So you have 2 discs with some of his biggest songs on here. So I've had this for a long time. To me, this was kind of a no-brainer. I'm going to go with Elton John. But, you know, again, I enjoy this one too. How many more do we have?
2, 4, 6, 8.
8 more, so about 4 more rounds. Okay. All right, so here we go. Next one. I'm just waiting for the troll one.
Oh, it's coming.
All right, next. Okay, so he got some more good ones here. So we have Out of the Blue by Electric Light Orchestra. And then we have Genesis with Abacab. All right, so, of course, these two are, well, this one's very well known. Okay, again, this with the Genesis one, this came out in 1981, I believe. You know, people always have their things against the Phil Collins era of Genesis. You know, you've heard them before. But Abacab seems to get the most hate. Well, one of the albums that get the most hate. You have the title track, which, again, I enjoy. I mean, No Reply at All is probably my favorite song on here. I love the horns on it. It's just a great song. You have Keep It Dark, which is cool. Man on the Corner is really cool. So I do enjoy this album, but the Electric Light Orchestra is... There's like no way of beating this one. This is just a terrific album. There's just so many great songs on here, like Turn to Stone, Sweet Talking Woman, Jungle. Then you have the whole like concerto. Of course, that's on side 3. This is a CD, so but you get the idea. You have Mr. Blue Sky, Summer and Lightning. Yeah, this was no brainer, but yeah, I still enjoyed the Genesis one. Okay. 3 more to go. All right. We have Chicago with their first album back when they were called Chicago Transit Authority. Okay, and then you have Uriah Heep with Look at Yourself. Now, this is a tough one because both these albums are spectacular. I mean, this is a great album, and this is my favorite Uriah Heep album. So this is actually kind of tough. And again, they're very different. This is definitely a more jazz rock sort of sound. This is definitely a more typical hard rock. Oh man. This is going to be tough. I think by a hair, I might go with the Uriah Heep. Again, I can totally see why people. I can totally see people going for the Chicago one. But yeah, I just like the heavier stuff on this one. And of course, you have Look at Yourself, July Morning, Tears in My Eyes, Shadows of Grief is a great track, and then you have Love Machine, which is great. But yeah, I think this also might be a controversial pick. But yeah, I'm going with Uriah Heep. But yeah, that's just me. Next. Oh, you got another Genesis one. You got 2. So we have Nursery Crime first, and then you have Lou Reed with Berlin. Yeah, both of these are, again, some really good stuff. So Genesis, this is the first album with Phil Collins and Steve Hackett. Yeah, this is terrific. Only 7 songs on here. You know, The Musical Box, For Absent Friends, Return of the Giant Hogweed, all terrific stuff. And Fountain of Salmasses is also a great standout. But Lou Reed, Berlin, this is a concept album, very depressing one, but yeah, this is often considered one of Lou's best solo albums. Some good stuff. You have the title track, you have Lady Day, Caroline Say 1 and 2, but yeah, the last 3 songs are just like, yeah, this is not a good album to play if you're feeling depressed or something, but it's definitely a good work of art. So again, this is another tough choice for me. I think I'm still gonna go for Genesis for this one. So because you know I love Genesis, and so again I love the Peter Gabriel era. I got some great stuff. But yeah, the Lou Reed album is also really good. So I think we have one more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is the last one. So covering it up.
You can't hate me.
Okay. Wait, what? Did you get the Blu-ray? Then they don't know that. They don't know I talk about this stuff. This is okay. I guess way to put me on the spot there. Is this the real thing, or is this?
Well, I can choose another one.
Okay.
I mean, I have some right here if you want me to choose another one.
Okay. Yeah. Give me another. Well, okay. How many do you have left?
That was it.
This is it. Well, this is not fair because this is an animated series and this is an album.
Well, don't you talk about series 2?
Not this type of stuff. This is a music channel.
Okay, fine, just here.
Okay. Okay. Is that different?
You want 2 or 1?
Give me 2 because I already know this one now. This would. I mean, we're leaving this in, by the way.
Uh-huh.
All right. This is 2 new ones. I didn't even show you this time, but at least they're both soundtrack albums. So we have Thomas the Tank Engine making an appearance once again, especially since he's always in the corner. So anyhow, Thomas again, and then we have Hercules. So both soundtrack albums. So it really comes down to which movie I like better. Okay, so again, very different. We have this is often considered a great animated film. This one not so much. But again, I have nostalgic for this movie, so I can't really say I hate it. So is it sad that this is the hardest one yet? I'm gonna, because again, musically they're very different. Because this is definitely more poppy. This is more gospel. You're probably gonna hate me, but yeah, I'm just gonna say Hercules because it is technically a better movie, and you know it has the gospel, you know, which I really enjoy. And he's just nodding at me. I can see him in the corner of my eye. He's disappointed in me. But
lost all the respect.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Hercules. But I'm gonna go with Hercules, and again, I still enjoy this one. So there you have it. That is pretty much the first, and I mean, who knows, maybe if you want, maybe we can do a part 2, and maybe this time he'll appear on camera this time. I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. So in the comments below, let me know which one you would have chosen if you're familiar with these albums, and you know, leave a like on the video and subscribe again if you're new, and you know, I'll see you in the next one. So take care and goodbye for now.